Welcome.
This won't take a second, Lynn. I've got to get the volume down and we'll explain,
We'll
ladies
be
and
right back after this. This is Lynn and Sheryl. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. This was and is Wednesday, whatever Wednesday. It's hump day. Hey, Sheryl, how are you?
well, if I was a drinking person, today would be a really good day to go deep and dive.
Wow, that went from a little staticky. I think we were, especially with my headpiece on, I felt like we were in a control room for sure. It
Well,
was
just so everybody knows, I shouldn't have to go back to it before we get off this, but I have been producing a show for Jerry, and I've got that thing sitting over here. So they have taken a lunch break, so I may not have to go to it. But if I have to look away, I'm going to apologize ahead of time.
so I may produce this show, but Cheryl's in the control room of producing something
We're both
live.
producing right now.
And I'm glad Jerry decided to go to lunch. But if you rewind the beginning of this, it was like a control room in here for sure. It was like, Lynn, give me a minute. And it just wasn't working. So that's why I went real quick to our little intro. So, it's a live show and you never know what's going to happen. And that goes to show you never know what's going
Hey, if people live in my world, they're going to find out there's a lot of detours that you have to take.
to absolutely just picked
I,
on.
there's never a normal day. In
Mhm.
fact, everybody says, I'll be so glad when it gets back to normal. And my question is, what's normal?
Yeah, and even when you think it, I don't know.
When you
Yeah,
think it's normal, it's not. So,
yeah, I don't think anybody would want normal, right? I mean, that's
I had
boring.
normal and it was boring. So,
Yeah, boring, mundane schedule would be boring. I mean, I'm always sporadic here and there. I have to, I'm the girl that has the TV on, got the cell phone, got to be fidgeting with things. And then if something catches me on the TV, thank God they got that little 10-second rewind. Then I'm like, oh, wait, maybe I'll watch this. I mean, I'm the kind of girl that has to have a TV show turned on for a little while. And if something catches my eye, then I'll rewind and watch it. But if it wasn't any good, then I
and
don't.
it's what I said earlier. So everybody will know what level Cheryl's on this week. I'm learning to use one of these. This is not for the faint at heart, okay? And it's not for 70-year-old women, just in case you're interested.
Have you
Um,
put it on and dealt with it?
I've got it set up actually, believe it or not. It's I've got I've got the programs loaded I need on it. I've got it set up. We're still having a hard time. Um, my bad part is fixing my boundaries.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm sitting down, so I'm not going to fall, but I've had it like too close to me and I'm trying to touch a button and I hit the table before I hit the button. So
So what do I have to do to get Jerry to record you and send that to me so I can laugh my ass off?
let me explain this. We're not going there.
Because that would be hilarious.
He's out of town for 3 days next week. And so I'm going to have this thing mastered. Now, this is the funny part. He wants me to learn this so I can tell him how to do it. There is no telling someone how to do it. He hasn't figured this part out yet. I'll have it set up for him, but
But I get it. Wait. No, this is better yet. Wait till he has it on, record him and send that to me because I'll even laugh harder. We'll laugh together.
we actually did that at the trade show, at the Chimney Service trade show, because Josh he was over there doing this number, and Josh was doing it, and we were both sitting there dying laughing. I don't know if he knows yet that he's been recorded, but
But it is hilarious to watch somebody doing that and you don't know what they're doing or what they're looking at, but you just see their movements, like a mime or something.
I'm looking forward to after he gets tired of playing with it. Let's just use
Yeah.
those. We'll have to keep it functional because they're always downloading trade show or chimney service stuff on this. I want to take it to the realm of the virtual computer system going on here.
Hmm.
Uh, I run 4 screens now. I run 4 monitors, and I can run 3 monitors on here. So I'll be about where I'm at. But I'm looking forward to running totally virtual here before long. If y'all all put that down, there is no deadline on that thing, but one day,
I think the weird thing is the uncomfortableness that it's going to feel just to be on your head, though.
yeah, sure does good. It does rough with hair and hairspray. Okay, whatever. But I know I I want to do it for me, number one.
Hmm.
And this sounds terrible. This is a proof thing. It's to prove to my grandkids that their grandmother is not that old.
That's
But
right.
they don't know I have this. And I can't wait till one day when they're here and grandma can sit there and make this thing walk and talk and play all the stuff I want to play on it. And yeah, that's what I want. This is a proof thing. It's a proof to me, but it's a proof to them. It's also it's technology. And I've kept up with technology all my life. I skipped this stage when it first came in on purpose. I've got one of the old ones where you put your phone inside of it. I don't remember talking. You remember those?
Yeah.
I've never put it on. I'm
Yeah.
unqualified there. But with that being said, I have seen that this whole convention, and I know we're supposed to be talking about spring, but this people need to know about technology right now too. Cue
Yeah.
that in. By spring, you need to know all this. Uh, Technology has gone so far that we can actually have our technicians doing hands-on training, looking through one of these, with the safety of not being on top of a roof, with the safety of not grabbing a live wire, and the other things that go with it. So I'm looking forward to it to keep me in the loop, but also I'm helping them write a program that it's like third or fourth down on the list, using the DISC assessments
Hmm.
to teach them to sell to the different DISC personalities, and also for the CSRs, how to learn to identify the DISC personality over the phone without having to do it, in live training.
Right. So
So
that's going to be exciting. Going to be exciting.
yeah. Ask me again in 3 years if I've got this. No. Um, it's a project in work. I want to try to get it done as soon as possible, because the sooner I can master it, the sooner I can make more sense of what I'm doing. So now we need to talk about spring. It's here. I am so glad.
Well, and you're springing forward. You're springing ahead with technology. You're springing forward with knowledge. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is something that at least it stimulates your brain, and it just allows you to just, not stay stagnant, and, you know, and when you don't want to learn something, it just becomes more annoying, and it gnaws at you.
Well, I've been amazed, and I'm going to use the word amazed, at how much just sitting down for a little while during the day or evening or whatever will crisp my mind up when I'm putting a puzzle together.
Yeah.
It really, if you've never tried it, or if anybody out there seems a little foggy one day, if you like puzzles, get you a puzzle, put it somewhere, and sit down for about 30 minutes. You will be totally surprised when you walk away how much crisper the mind is.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this little toy does the same thing.
Yeah. I'm
That's
excited for you.
I'll be
I'm
one smart old woman one day. No,
Well, they say if you don't keep learning, then you're going the other way, and that's not good.
I don't have time to go the other way. I've got too much stuff I want to get done. Um, I know there's an end somewhere. I know one day it's going to shut down, and maybe even just my mind will be the part that shuts down. But until that day comes, I want to give it everything I can give it.
Yeah.
And that's not for anybody else. It's for me.
Right.
And one of the few things I do just for me.
Yeah.
And because Jerry sure can't understand why I put a puzzle together.
I love doing puzzles too.
I do
They're
too.
nice. And it is funny though, because for me, sometimes I'm doing a puzzle and it just frustrates me when I can't get the pieces. I literally have to go away and then come back. And all of a sudden, for some reason, all of a sudden you're picking up pieces and you're putting them in, at
Yeah.
least for me. And it's like, I don't know how I'm doing that, but when you're frustrated, you can't see or do anything. You
You
just
walk
have to,
away and your mind resets, is
yeah,
exactly what it's doing.
yeah.
And the opticals begin assimilating back to what you're supposed to be seeing. This red mark goes with this red mark.
Well, what's funny is when my dad, when he lived in Puerto Rico, I'd always bring the Kincaid puzzles in my suitcase, 4 or 5 of them, and we'd do them. And there'd be times where, we would, it would be a competition on who could finish what, and look, I got that. But then there's times when we'd get frustrated or he'd get frustrated. I don't know why you bring these puzzles, don't bring these puzzles. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. We can't do this. We're going to throw these away. But nope. We'd get them done and he'd glue them and he'd put them up or whatever, but it'd get frustrated. And then after a while, you see, I got these done. I got these done. I got the most done. So it's competitive, frustrating. I mean, it was just, I'd get 1,000 pieces, 500. And he'd be happy and see them. They're beautiful, like I'd get the New York skyscrape, I'd get the things that he loved, he couldn't he'd love it, but he wouldn't love it kind of thing, and get mad because it was challenging. So it was a love-hate relationship with puzzles. When I said I'm going to go down to Florida, I would bring a puzzle. He's going to either go, oh, beautiful. He go, no puzzles. Like,
My mother's probably what instilled the puzzle thing in
yeah.
me. I think
Oh,
I loved it. But I was not the perfect daughter because I would always sneak a piece or two of the puzzle
and
out.
hide them.
So I could, because it was always a rush to see who could get the last piece. So about every third or fourth puzzle, I was stealing pieces out till the end so I could put the last piece in.
You didn't play fair. You didn't play fair.
I didn't cheat. I just didn't play fair. But my next one is of the Van Gogh art. You're in an art gallery, and
Ooh.
in the gallery is I love Van Gogh, and
Mm.
all the wall art in the puzzle is inside the gallery, and it's on Van Gogh. So
Oh,
I'm looking forward to putting that one together, just because I love the art.
yeah. I love some intricate puzzles, but I do get very frustrated. I mean, they're challenging, and that you want the challenge to a degree, but they're for me, it's very, you know, it's emotionally frustrating and fun. It's like it's something sometimes. Sometimes you really are like, I want to finish this, and you just push it and it doesn't work out that way sometimes, but it's a good thing to do.
Well, with the spring coming on, I won't do them near as much because I'll
Yeah.
be
It's a
outside.
winner.
But during the winter months, it's my escape.
Not that you get much of a winner there. Oh my goodness.
Well, just because y'all have snow, hey, it's going to be in the 50s tomorrow. That is winter.
Okay, whatever. So we're still not springing all the way then, right? I mean, it's just a state of mind.
We were in the 80s yesterday. We're in the 70s today. They're going to be in the 60s tomorrow, and then we're in the 60s, 50s, and 60s till first of the week. Then we bounce right back up to 80s, which means everybody's going to be sick around here.
Hmm. So you see, it's one of those things temperature wise, but it's still a mindset thing, right? I mean, because it's emotionally can frazzle people's mind when the weather changes. And then people just allow that. Hi, beautiful Mandy. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. So again, you just got to spring forward knowing that it is the beginning of spring, but it doesn't start out, Mother Nature doesn't really look at the calendar,
Well,
and it can be whatever it's going to be.
our phlox and our buttercups and the things like that are so pretty out there right now.
Mm.
It's This is my favorite time of year. It really is. I like the fall leaves, but mindset when the leaves change, you're going into winter. And so
Right.
I love the colors during the fall. But in the spring, and I think that's why came up with this today. In the spring, things are going from mundane to beautiful. That's just how
Right.
it works. Except right now, everything's green with pollen. But other than that, it's getting pretty. The trees are up. Our breakfast pears have done dropped their red or their white leaves, so we're green there. Everything's getting pretty.
Yeah. Mindy said we appreciate too. Nasty rain here yet. Yesterday, another story. Yeah, spring. She's in South Carolina. So she's not far. She's just a neighboring border.
We're
Uh,
not far from South Carolina from here.
yep, not far at all because I did that little thing from Charleston over to you, and so yeah, so yep, she's over by Miss Laura.
Oh, I love Charleston.
Yep,
I'll
yep,
remember that when I come down, Mindy. Uh,
yes,
but yeah, I'm just like I say, I love the spring because, and I think the main thing is it's the beginning.
yes,
It's the beginning of new leaves. It's the beginning of new
summer.
flowers. It's the beginning, and that gives you the reality that regardless, and this is the way I look at it, what happens is when you go through winter, everything's dead and going away. And all of a sudden it's new again. And we all need to realize that yeah, things happen, things go away, but there's always a new chapter. And there we go.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you can feel it, especially a long winter months and stuff. You can just truly feel it that, it's just the rejuvenating of and when you start seeing that we get more daylight and then
Oh,
when
I
you see
love that.
oh gosh, and when you see the sunset, oh my gosh, that's later, it just does something for my soul. I mean, it gives me you know, that feeling of don't worry, hang in there, the spring's coming. Because that lack of vitamin D from being outside and not seeing enough sunlight, it really just you just hang in there for that, after a long winter
Well,
of
all
not seeing.
seasons, to me, all seasons have their purpose. And
Mhm.
we actually have a resemblance of four seasons here.
Yeah.
And with Mindy, we rained till just a little bit ago, Mindy. I mean, the sun's out right now. It's kind of coming and going, but we're done for today with the rain. So, but
Oh,
I actually like the rain because
this
it cleans things. I mean, after all yesterday, Jerry washed his car the other day, and 10 minutes later it was green again. So we are at the point now that the rain has settled it for hopefully a little while.
mhm. Well, what are your final words before we leave here?
Look at spring as just the beginning of a new chapter. We're not starting the year over. The winter started the year over. But we're actually starting a whole new chapter in the things that we see and actually in the things that we do. It's a time of year, get out, enjoy your family, and just enjoy the spring. And because I don't know about y'all guys, it gets hot here before long.
To me, spring reminds me it's like a springboard to the, to get-togethers, the memories that you make and like I said, the daylight, the sunshine, the sunsets, the sunrises, just the beauty that's around us. I love the birds chirping in the morning. I mean, that just oh, it's music to my ears. I just love that. It's just I just love that. It's just the music that just soothes my soul. So I love the spring and I love everything about it. And then it comes a time, a little sadness, but it's still sweet to see the things in the fall. That's like my spring is my favorite, and then fall I like, and then winter, well, I'll love winter when I retire in Florida, but but until then, I'm just like But anyhow, as always, I love and appreciate Wednesdays because I get to spend this time with you. So thank you on your busy day. You got to go grab something to eat and get back to producing your show over there. Give hugs and loves and kisses to Jerry from me. So thank
Well,
you for taking the time.
you and everyone have a great spring.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Everybody, thank you, Mindy, for being here. We love and appreciate you too. Until later, everybody, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you later. Bye.
You're like a circle